Well, hi everybody, I hope you've all had a good Christmas. I did, I really enjoyed it. What I'm doing at the minute is starting to pin everything down. We've got a big storm coming in, 70-mile-an-hour winds, followed by snow and ice and frost and just what we really don't want. But what I'm doing is preparing a little bit for it. I've got my ladders out, so I'm putting them across my covers. I don't want the wind getting under them because I can't fasten it down all the way round. The wind just might get under the back there. It's coming from the west, so that fence there should shelter it a little bit. I'm taking precautions anyway. I'm just starting to get everything battened down, ready for it. I've still got to feed my koi a couple of times yet today, but it's moving in later on today. So I'll get my koi fed, get it all pinned down. They'll have to wait until tomorrow then, but then it's coming really cold, I reckon. Just what we need to hear really. But there you go. We've got to get ready for it. Everything else I think should be alright. I've got the roof. I've got a couple of bolts there that actually hold it down, stop it from blowing up. I'm hoping that's going to be enough. But we'll see as we go. It's screwed on quite well, so hopefully that should be okay. We'll just have to see how it goes really, but that's what's moving in tonight. I have taken my hanging baskets down. I've got a couple of pansy hanging baskets. I've taken them off. I don't want them flying around and swinging all over the place. They're down there under the arbour, so they should be alright down there out of the way. We'll just have to see how everything goes. It's not that warm here at the moment as it is. It's only about 3 or 4 degrees, but I'm just getting and making ready for this storm that's moving in. So fingers crossed. They were giving flood warnings 2 mile up the road. They've had flood warnings, the Welland might flood, so here's hoping that doesn't become a problem. But the field next door will end up like a lake. I did actually see ducks on the water on it the other day. So I think they ought to turn it into a nature reserve. But there you go, that's what I'm doing at the minute, just getting ready for that. Well, good morning guys. The morning after, was it Storm Bella? Did they call it Bella? Something like that. And to be quite honest, we've been pretty lucky. Wow, I thought we was going to lose both fences. It was absolutely horrendous out here. I have to say, I'm sorry, that's into the sun. It's lovely. We got sunshine. It's not very warm, but we got sunshine. It's a nice day out here. But yeah, was it pretty windy as you can see. I had to put a bit of extra weight on my pond covers just to make sure they stayed down. It was pretty hairy, I must admit. Having a good look round, everything seems to be okay. So not too bad at all. I'm pretty pleased with that. We've got off light, thank goodness. I thought there was going to be loads of damage this morning, but I can't believe it. Really good. Oh, hang on. What we got here? That looks at a bit of an angle, doesn't it? Oh. It feels like that fence post gone. It snapped it off, I think. It doesn't feel very good. Yeah, and that one, if you look, I don't know whether you can see that, but that's an angle as well. So I should say I've got to put a couple of fence posts in by the look of it. It's definitely had this bit of the fence. I would imagine it's only the bushes the other side that's held it up. So we didn't get off scot-free. I've got a bit of fencing to do. Never mind. With the wind we had to suffer something. It really was bad. But let's have a look in the filter house quick. Okay. Oh, it is cold out there. Sun gets through here. All looks okay in here. All's good. What have we got? We got the temp coming through. The heater is actually running at the minute. We've got 15.5. If the camera's shaking, I'm sorry, it was colder out there than I thought it was. The water's coming through at 15.5, so that's not too bad at all. Just keeping the pond nicely topped up. all's working away, got no problems in here. So I just got a little bit of fencing to do. I mean, the way the wind was last night, we got off pretty light really, so can't complain. I'll just have a quick look at the fish. They all look good. They all look okay in there. I hate these covers. They are a pain. There's old Chunky up there, look. Well, they're all looking good. I've just chucked them a handful of grub. It's a bit early for them. They don't move about too much at this time. It's still morning here. I just wanted to come out and check, see if we'd got any damage. Yeah, they're not looking too bad. They're up and moving about and swimming round. There's a bit of ripple on the top of the water with the air stones, but like I say, it's a bit early for them. They don't do too much at this time in the morning. Got through that storm unscathed apart from that bit of fence, so it looks like I've got a couple of fence posts to put in, but I can do that any time. The bushes are holding it up at the minute, so that'll do for now. It's too cold out here to start digging holes for fence posts. Oh, it is cold. I'm going back in now, checked everything. Well guys, I just thought I'd show you this. This is the field next door where the houses are going to be built. I really don't think I would want one of them. It is standing in water. If you can see up here, that's the new road that goes round the back, and up there, that's the road they've just put in. Now if we have a look from the front, that's the field, and we look down at this bit here. This is the new road up here. It comes in here, goes round and up to the top. All this is water over the road that they've just put in. What a right old mess. And this is what they've been trying to work in. Don't know how far round I can get. That's the bit that there was ducks on. There was ducks swimming on that the other day. It's Boxing Day today, so there's obviously nobody working at the moment. But that's it, and we've got a load of rain moving in tonight, so we'll see what happens after that. Well, good morning everybody. What a right old cold day it is. Well, cold week it's been actually. It's been like this for about a week now. We're getting close to dinner time and everything is still frozen. It is blooming cold here, I'll tell you. So I'm not going to be out here long. It's even got hold of the winter pansies. It's really knocked them on the head. They're not doing too well. And they're winter pansies. Like I say, we've had about a week of this. The old air source heat pump is working away to keep the pond up to temp. It's having to do a bit of overtime, I think, at the minute. I'll just lift the pond covers and see if we can get a look at the fish, just to make sure everything's okay in there. I'll just lift this one up a second and see what we can see. Yeah, they all look okay. All's looking good in there. A little bit of steam coming off the pond, but they all look good. Not very lively. I'll shut that down to keep the heat in. It is very cold here today. Even our air source heat pump's working away full time to keep the house warm. So it is blooming cold. Everything is frozen, and it's the same through the day when it's not picking up through the day. Let's just have a quick look at the temperature, see what we've got. It has actually come up a little bit, but it's freezing, dead on 0, so it has been 2-3 below, so it has picked up a little bit, unbelievably. But anyway guys, I'm getting freezing cold out here, so I'll catch you all later. Well guys, as you can see, another really exciting day out there. Blooming snowing, just what we need. I was going to go out and do a bit of pottering about today, but I don't think I'm going to bother now. Not till this lot's gone a bit. It's all settling on the lawn and everywhere now. I suppose we had to have it at some point or other. What I want to do is just give Telford Koi Pond a quick mention. He's a new channel on YouTube and he's got 1 or 2 videos out now. Basically what he's doing is building himself a bigger pond. If you're interested, if you want to see how his pond build goes, he's doing videos of every stage of it. He's got his koi in a holding tank at the moment. I believe it's in his garage, I'm not sure, but he's got his koi inside anyway and heated, so they're okay through the winter, and he's trying to get himself a new koi pond built. So pop along there and have a look, give him a bit of support. It's a new channel and he'd like to see you all there. He's going to be turning out some interesting stuff. He's buying all the gear, he's spending quite a bit of money on the job, so I think it'll be quite interesting just to follow him along on that build. So pop along there, it's Telford Koi Pond. Pop along there and say hello. We want to be supporting all our new koi channels if we can, the more the merrier. Pop along there and say hello, he'd be pleased to see you, and follow his videos on building his koi pond. Once again, good morning everybody. We've got a typical day again here. Cold, damp, foggy, horrible. We did get the snow yesterday and it has all gone apart from the bits that's in front of my heater. Look, that's the cold air coming out of the heater and it's holding the snow on them bushes. But that's the only little bit of snow we got left. Everything else has disappeared. It wasn't too bad, we didn't get too much. We'll just take a quick look at the temp today, see what we've got there. It's not very warm and we've got about 2 degrees, and that's what it's been for about a week. We had one day where it did come a little bit warmer, but apart from that, that's about where we've been for the last week. It's nearly dinner time and we've still got frost on the shed roofs, but my poor old hanging baskets aren't faring too well. But yeah, there's not a lot we can do about it, I'm afraid. We've got to put up with it. Pretty harsh. What we're going to do now is nip into the filter house and we'll have a look at the costs and get the clock reset. It's now been a week. I'll take the read and we'll get it zeroed up again. Okay, what I'm going to do this morning, it's time to zero the clock up again. It's been running a week. Let's just take a quick look. We've got 11:47 for the week. So what I want to do is I'll get it zeroed up and just remember 11:47. That's what I want to put on the records I'm keeping for my winter running costs. Okay, now keep a cocktail stick on top there so I can zero it up. Just give me a second, I'll put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. So 11:48, I've got to remember that. So we go to reset. So now I'm going to go into cost and hold it for about 5 seconds. Okay, then function. Now you should get the 4 zeros pop up. Function again and function again. So now that wants to be 1. My electricity running costs are 15 point something p, so I put it at 16 so that I know I'm well covered. 16p. Okay, that's the price set. Press cost again to come out of that. Function to get the running of it up. And off we go again for the next week. So 11:48 I've got to remember, and I've got to put that down in my records. There's really not much we can do pond wise this weather. Everything's shut down, the fish are shut down, pond temp's holding well, that's holding at 15, but there's nothing you can do, and there's not really much to make a video about, to be quite honest. But what I have been doing is putting some real thought into this foam fractionator. Now I'm thinking at the moment that could be in for some major surgery. I might be doing some big modifications on that coming up. I'm going to get it taken into the big shed, try to get it all worked out, and if it looks like something that could be done, I want to do something different with that, which means I won't need the 100 litre per minute pump running on it, which will cut down running costs. But we know that works fine. Anybody who wants to build one, I did make a video of how it was built, but I'm going to be doing some big mods on that. That is going to get taken to pieces and rebuilt again. So a big change coming in that, but that'll be for future videos. But I'll get it in the shed and start working things out in my head as to what I'm going to do with it. Everything's going well with the air source heat pump. It's working well, doing its job. It's keeping it at 15. It is doing a little bit of overtime at the minute because of these weather conditions. Nights have been -4, -5 some nights. It's been really cold. But it's doing its job. We can't complain. That's why the running costs are up a little bit. The temperatures have been so low here. It's been terrible, and we've had a cold wind as well, which isn't helping. That tends to move the heat from under the covers a little bit. And then we had that big storm which broke my fence. So I've still got that to do, by the way. I don't fancy doing that at the minute in this weather. It is freezing cold out here. If my camera's shaking a little bit, I am getting cold. But yeah, that's all working well. Don't forget, if anybody wants one of them, do get in touch with me. pondfilters@gmail.com. Drop me a email and I'll help you all I can and do what I can for you. And it's just going through its defrost cycle. You'll see the steam coming off it in a minute as it's clearing all the heat exchanger in it. It's defrosting all that, and then it'll cut in, strike up again and be up and running. It'll cut back in any minute. Here it goes, and you'll see the steam coming from it, and then off it'll go again. It'll be back up and running and heating the pond. Off it goes again till the next one. It's costing me a little bit more to heat my pond than it will most people, for the simple reason I can't seal the back of the pond where all the plants are, where all the bushes that hang over the pond are along that back side. I can't seal that, so obviously heat is escaping out of there. It costs me a little bit more than most. If I could have sealed the pond properly, my heating costs would have obviously been less. But that's the best I can do with that, and keep them bushes along the back there. So I have to put up with that. But I don't think £11 a week's too bad. Not with the temperatures we've had. When you think it hasn't been above 2 degrees for about a week, I don't think that's too bad at all. No, I'm quite happy with that. Anyway guys, I do apologise if there's not too much interesting going on at the moment. I'll keep you posted on what happens as far as that protein skimmer's concerned. I'll keep you up to date on that one. But that brings us to the end of another video. So all it leaves me to say is you all take care, stay safe, thanks for watching, and happy ponding.